Hey yo, what's up everybody, it's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Alright, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the next two possible drip-fed vehicles in the game. The Benefactor Schlagen and the RC Bandito. Okay, these two cars should be coming to us in this order. They may be both delivered next Tuesday, maybe one or the other, may not be any of the vehicles. So just, take that for what it's worth, but these should be the next ones in the list, alright? All credit goes to GTA Forums, GTA Fandom, GTA Wiki. Make sure you guys check those websites out, all right? Thank you guys so much for all your hard work. Let's check out the description. So, looking at the low, broad, surly form of the Schlagen for the first time, you'd be forgiven for thinking that it's just waiting for an opportunity to knock you out, steal your keys, and organize a gangbang with the fister in your high-end garage. Of course, appearances can be deceptive. Not in this case, admittedly, but it's a good rule of thumb. All right, so, oh my God. Anyways, the design of this car is heavily based on the Mercedes AMG GT, a little bit of the BMW Z4 and the 8 Series concept as well, okay? It is a sports class vehicle, civilian. It's a two-door sports car. It can hold two people. It is made by Benefactor, and it is a $1,300,000 car. All right, so not too bad actually, and this is supposedly, we don't know yet from testing, but supposedly the newest top speed car in the game. We don't know for sure, but it's supposed to be up there, all right? The next few slides will be some basically just body pictures of it, kind of showing you what it looks like, and this is a beautiful car. It is really, really nice to look at. It's well put together. The lines on it look great. I mean, it's just an all-around very pleasingly aesthetic vehicle. And it should be decently, should be a good car to drive because according to Bruffy, this is one of the vehicles that does not have the handling flags. So it'll suffer greatly from curb boosting and races and things like that where people can manipulate it. But the other kind of weird handling flags that have been going on recently, which many people, including myself, believe that it is because GTA or Rockstar is using this game to test for GTA 6 for the handling. That's probably why. So anyways, though, it's a great car that looks awesome. I love it. All right, so anyways, next up is the RC Bandito. We have a lot of info on this, all right, so let's go through it. Let's check out the description. All the danger, none of the risk. This little devil is fully weaponized, and what's more, when you inevitably drive over the proximity mine you just laid, the only thing that'll be reduced to ashes is your pride. If you want the indescribable pleasure of seeing your enemies flee in hysterical panic from a whiny toy car, this is the only game in town. All right. It says, please note the RC Bandito must be stored in the Arena Workshop. It can also be modified there at the RC Bandito Workshop. All right. The RC Bandito is a RC car, remote control, that was cut from Grand Theft Auto 5 during development, but later returning as a special vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online as part of the Arena War update. All right. It is an off-road class. It is a toy car. It's got two-person capacity. I'm not sure if that's true, but it's $1,590,000. All right, so pretty expensive for a remote control car. Let's read some of the information on it here real quick. So remember, this is all, none of this stuff is totally confirmed. This is just from digging through the files. So just take it with a grain of salt. But this is pretty accurate information according to others out there as well. So the RC Bandito was originally intended to be featured in Grand Theft Auto 5, but was scrapped during development. There are various leftover files that reveals its existence, including a police scanner that denotes the vehicle by its name, as well as handling model flag RC. This model flag causes any pedestrian model to become invisible after entering the vehicle with that flag enabled. So basically, once you get inside this car, you're off the radar. It also uses an RC motor sound, which belongs to its specific model name, RC Bandito. In addition, this vehicle used a custom third-person camera, Follow RC camera. This camera is placed at a lower angle and longer distance than the standard camera. And it would presumably have been used in an RC challenge, all right? So, pretty cool. Some more information on it. The vehicle is depicted as a small off-road RC car chassis. It features common elements from many off-road vehicles, such as large wheels with off-road tires, shock absorbers, and sump guards. By default, comes with a miniature body kit of a two-door Saddler, but can be modified with other miniature body kits, which are the Rancher, Slam Van, Trophy Truck, Gang Burrito, and Off-Road. The vehicle features various color combinations, where the primary one is applied to the entirety of the car, and the secondary one on the bull bars. The miniature driver doll the vehicle has in the cabin are also paintable, with the helmets and the suits as colorable parts. All right, so some decent amount of customization with this right here, so that's pretty cool. This vehicle I can see being a major troll tactic. I mean, you guys thought, you know, the oppressors were bad, you know, the deluxe, this is going to be dumb, this is going to be ridiculous, but I think it might be balanced just because you may be able to just like blow it up with a gun if you see it, but you go off the radar, right, once you're inside of it, so look out for that. That's going to be an issue, I think. Anyways, some of the performance, the RC Bandito has an average performance as expected from an RC car. It handles pretty well on and off road, but struggles to navigate around small obstacles such as curbs, road bumps, and small debris in general. Unless approached head on, like the drones from the Terabyte, the RC Bandito has a very quiet motor sound, making it harder to be detected by enemies, although its size makes it easily spotted visually. The abilities, the vehicle can be installed with jump mods, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Those modifications come in 3 levels of effectiveness and can be activated using the horn button. When activated, the vehicle will be launched into the air in a similar way that the Ruiner 2000 and Scramjet. This also allows it to navigate around obstacles better, to evade enemies, better when attempting to escape through tall structures, walls, boxes, small buildings, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you can just launch this thing in the air and just nail somebody with it. So, all right, check out the weaponry. Pretty cool here. The RC Bandito can be used as a remote explosive by installing the remote bomb. And once again, we'll talk about that in a minute. It can have 2 sticky bombs on its sides, behaving like the car bomb available from the normal sized vehicles, as well as the self-destruct feature of the Terabyte drones. The vehicle has the option for installing proximity mines. Unlike weaponized vehicles added in the gunrunning update, the RC Bandito, in contrast with all arena cars in the Arena War update, has only 2 different proximity mine choices: the kinetic and EMP, which I think that's a good idea. It'd be a little OP if it didn't. Then it goes on to talk about the kinetic one is basically just a pulse that spreads out over several meters that pushes the car and the people around in the air. And the EMP mine basically just disables vehicles for about 5 seconds before you're able to reactivate the vehicle. So I think that's a good choice. I'm being, you know, dropping landmines everywhere could be a serious issue with this thing. So here's a couple of photos for that as well. And as you can see right here, it is a remote control car. It is a toy car, RC. So that's going to be, oh my God, I can just see tons of these floating around everywhere. But, you know, fully modified. You know, to store it, you have to have an arena workshop or a arena, you know, location. To modify it, you have to have the workshop. So it is behind a couple of paywalls. You're talking about dropping a couple million just before you can store and modify this vehicle. Plus the vehicle itself is, you know, almost 1.6 million, and then the modifications to add on top of it to weaponize it, you're talking about an extra, I'd say, between roughly 500 grand, and we'll talk about what some of that looks like here in just a moment. But you know, these screenshots, they look really cool, man. Once again, shout out to GTA forums, GTAfandom.com and GTA Wiki. These are all the sites that the information was pulled from, and they all gather it. And then there's other sources available as well through the website, so make sure you check those guys out and give them a shout out as well. All right. So here's some of the costs right here. As you see, the remote bomb is going to run you $275,000. And it basically just puts a couple of C4s on there. And here's a couple of the different modifications as well. You got the stock lid, and then you have the off-road version for an extra 20 grand. And we'll go over a couple of the customizational options, but I wanted to focus mainly on the weaponry and give you an idea of what the pricing of that's going to look like. But as you see, once again, remote bomb, $275,000. So, and remember, you have to have a few extra things before that, before you can start modding it. So. The off-road plus spoiler is going to be $20,350. The off-road and the nets will be $20,750, and then off-road combined with everything else, you're looking at $21,150. So about 20 grand to kind of change a few of the things up. And then there's a ton of other options. You know, you can change the body style. They all roughly run about 20,000, between 20 and 50 grand for those minor cosmetic customizations. You know, pretty steep for a remote control car. Here's some of the other weaponization features and modifications. The vertical jump, the 20%, you're looking at $130,000, or if you get the Arena War discount, $65,000. The 60% is $224 or $112. The 100% is $420 or $210. The Arena War discounts basically give you a 50% discount, so it is beneficial to do the Arena War missions and get those discounts unlocked. Look at the bottom, the proximity mines. You're looking at 270,000 or 300,000 for the mines right there, and then cut that in half for the arena award discount. So yeah, man, these are the two vehicles that should be coming up next in the order. We may not get both of them. It'll just be one or the other. We don't know if it's going to be the Bandito or the Schlagen. It may not be either of them, or it may be a totally different vehicle. We don't know, but this is supposedly going to be the next two vehicles in the list coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys got any questions in the comments down below. Check out my Twitter at TylariusYT, Instagram Tylarious_YT. Check out my merch at Redbubble, Spreadshirt, and Teespring.com. Search Tylarious. Subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. You guys stay dangerous, right? See you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.